Hello, my name is Flex Reynes III, and I'm here to talk about the new album Hymns in Dissonance by Whitechapel. This is my personal review on this album. I've been listening to Whitechapel for a very good while. It's been one of those bands that I've always just came back to because I've always been a big fan of the way they use that southern influence, that southern groove metal style and sound with just some of the most brutal deathcore I've ever heard. And, I mean, they've had a long career, nearly 20 years at this point. Their first album came out in 2006. And listening to this new album and really hearing them go back to their old form, coming off of albums like Kin and The Valley. And I never really got too much into Kin, but I fucking loved The Valley. The Valley was one of my favorite albums, even though it wasn't as deathcore-y as they've been in the past. But I thought it was still a great album. This album, on the other hand, absolutely melted my fucking face off. I was fucking worried. I felt like I was going to be sent to hell for listening to some of these fucking demonic riffs. Like, I'm going to put my reactions, a couple of my reactions, because I listened through Visceral Wretch, and I realized I should probably record some of my reactions to this album. So I turned on a camera, and from Ex Infernus to the end, I recorded my reaction, and I have some pretty funny reactions, because holy shit, what was Phil Bozeman doing in that fucking studio? I know he writes all the guitars, lyrics, and does all the vocals, and I don't know what he was doing, but I really fucking like it. Like, as someone who's been writing metal for so long as I have, I still can't write like him, and holy fucking shit, was it fucking beautiful. Oh, I can gush for hours how much I loved this album, and the vocals were just, it sounded like a demon was locked inside of an Iron Maiden for 12 years. And all you could hear when you're near the Iron Maiden is just the demon screaming in pain. That's what it sounded like. And I've only listened to it 2 times so far. And that's, I listened to it Thursday night when it came out. And then this Friday morning I listened to it. I really haven't even grasped the story. I know there's a whole overarching story that this album follows. And I haven't even really, dug into that yet. And I'm really excited to, because I feel like this is going to be really fun. I might just wait for the Redditors to write a 10-page essay for me, and I'll just read that. But this album was insane. Some songs felt more like Whitechapel-y than others. For example, I would say Bedlam. That felt like a return form Whitechapel song. That felt like something that would have came off one of their older albums. But I fucking loved it. But some of these songs, Hate Cult Ritual, Ex Infernus and Hate Cult Ritual, had me absolutely coming all over my screen when I heard that. Just that intro, that minute-long intro of the building up, the big drums, just into those nasty vocals about, hunting, killing, feasting. It was just beautiful. And in the ending, I could talk for hours about how much I love the ending of Nothing Is Coming for Any of Us. That is how you end an album. It was a 2-minute instrumental. 2-minute instrumental with these, lead lines, and it's just slowly mellowing out. It's slowly ending. It's descending. And that descent, after being at the top for the entire album, I mean, it's such a dynamic shift. Being, high up the whole time, where you're high, you're flying, there's fucking explosions going on. It was great. And then you just start slowing it down, and I fucking loved every moment of it. I would also say, this was not a very breakdown-heavy album. There was a lot of solo work. And I think that might come from my next point of their age. Whitechapel's a pretty old band right now. 20 years. Deathcore and kind of metalcore in general, but especially deathcore, I've noticed a trend where we get these bands, they come in, they change the game, they do really important stuff, they do big stuff, and then they start to mellow out. Because a lot of times age can kill a metal band. And, I mean, I've seen this happen with so many different bands that it's not even surprising to me anymore. But that age, it ushers in a new era, a new generation to come take the mantle for them to eventually kind of mellow out, get older, for a new generation. And it just kind of keeps happening like that. I mean, we had, the what I would call pre-Vocal Olympic era. We had, the Whitechapels, the Suicide Silences, all of those bands from that time period. And it's not that those bands died or don't make music. It's that there's always a newer band that's coming out because they changed something. They changed the game in some way. Lorna Shore came in, everyone was blown away when To the Hellfire came out because of his vocals. Will Ramos, kind of took that vocal Olympics era style vocals and just kind of kept doing it, and it worked. And it worked extremely well. And that's why I'm so glad that this album is how it is, because it's proof that even though you can mellow out for an album, go butt rock for an album, it doesn't mean you're done. And it doesn't mean that your album and your band is done with just being fucking heavy. Like, this was fucking, like, actually fucking heavy, and I was so happy. I mean, the singles came out. I skipped Visceral Wretch. I skipped it. I never listened to the single because I kind of knew it was going to be on the album, and I was just going to wait. But I did listen to Hymns of Dissonance when it came out because it blindsided me. I didn't even realize it came out, and next thing I know, boom, we have a new Whitechapel song. Like, fuck yeah, okay. I listened to it. I was fucking jumping up and down. How happy I was when this song came out, because holy shit, just, I don't even know what to say. It's so fucking good. This album made me so happy. This is my favorite album of the year, and I'm not going to go back on that. And there has to be some sort of miracle. So, yeah, I think, for Whitechapel being around for so long, and the fact they've never lost their touch, even when people thought they lost their touch, they came back and they did it better. And this just made me so happy. Hearing these vocals coming from Phil Bozeman, these like goblin sounds, I fucking loved it. I loved every moment of it. My highest praise. This is a 10 out of 10 album, like in every way possible. So that's enough of me rambling. I'm gonna show some of my reactions to the stuff and end this video.
Next song is named Hate Cult Ritual, so I wonder where this is going. Oh! Whoa! Oh! No! So alright, let's go to the next track. Oh! Oh, that tone. Oh! Oh no. Oh no. Holy shit! Oh! Holy shit! It's insane! You're insane! You're a madman! You're a fucking madman! Holy shit! Just beating